Hello everyone and welcome to the Raw Conversation with iKounselor. Today we have a very smart, dashing Daksh with us. So Daksh is pursuing his global business management from Canada, and he's going to help us understand that what is the life in Canada in terms of academics, in terms of conditions, living conditions, and also in terms of how he can manage his finances and he's been able to support his studies. So let's talk to him and understand. I think it's a very valuable conversation, and then we're going to get good tips from him. So keep watching. So when did the idea of studying abroad came to you, and were there any particular moment which inspired you to go and study abroad?
Sir, I'll start with this. I'll start this with saying, like, I'm fond of movies, so
Okay.
I was always fascinated, while studying abroad and having a life which would look just as I want to see it. So that's why I always wanted to go out, even like just after my high school, but then didn't get the chance back then. So I completed my graduation and then applied for colleges in Canada and US as well, because first country was US.
Okay.
But since I couldn't get there, that's why I considered Canada, and it turned out to be an amazing choice for me. And that's when it struck, okay, this is the country that I want to be in for, at least 10 years of my life.
Okay. So are you satisfied with your decision?
Absolutely. I loved my journey till now. Like,
Okay.
hands down, it was the best decision that I could take for myself.
Very nice.
I met an amazing group of people
Okay.
from around the world, not just the country, not just Canada, from around Spain, Mexico, even people from Netherlands and United Kingdom. They all taught me one little thing, is that every person walking on this earth is the same. It's just we speak different languages and behave differently, that's it. But generally we are one.
Great, great. So how important is it for a student to choose the right country? And since you chose Canada, so what are the different things you consider while choosing Canada?
So firstly, I would say the course and like the field of study which you want to do, please do your research before getting into any course. See if you are getting any ROI. See if you are actually gonna benefit from that course, not just the course but then the overall learning that you get.
Okay.
And see that, okay, will you be a good fix in that country? Consider language, weather, food, and your choices of living. So these 4-5 things are a must before you actually think of moving abroad.
Okay. So you've been there for a while now.
Yes, sir.
right? So what is the student life there? How does a student cope up with the new country and its traditions and the living conditions and all?
Starting with the weather, I would say, because for me, Canada was substantially a better place, because I can't take hot weather. Like, it just messes up my mind. So I was like, okay, let me go to Canada. Although I have heard, like, and I researched that the temperature drops to around -10, -15. But I was okay with that. Secondly, I thought, okay, मैं भूल गया.
Bhopal mein to you're going through a 40-degree temperature. It's the complete reverse there, I
Reverse,
suppose.
हाँ. So it's actually,
What
a bit
about food?
frustrating.
What about food there?
Sir, food, you'll get mostly fresh fruits if you're fond of fruits.
Okay.
You'll get fresh fruits, you'll get the fresh produce. It's not like you won't get any, home country food. It's just the things that we get in our hands, we just have to do it by ourselves.
Okay.
So be it, house chores, cooking, or maybe buying groceries. I never bought groceries in Bhopal before, but then that was my new experience in Canada. Okay, like जो बोलते हैं ना, घर वाले बोलते हैं रोटी दाल के भाव मिल जाते हैं आपको.
So you started cooking there? You learned cooking, or यहीं से cooking सीख के गए थे? Your mom taught you?
सर मैगी बनाना आती थी मैगी बनाना आती थी और धीरे धीरे मम्मी से फ़ोन पे वीडियो कॉल पे दाल चावल सीखा बनाना और पनीर की सब्ज़ी.
So were you living in a hostel there or you had taken a rented accommodation?
Sir, I rented an accommodation. Thankfully, I was supported by my parents, so
Okay.
they backed me up with that decision. And I've seen people like personally, hostel was not my type. I could never live with bunch of people in a room. That's just me problem, not everyone's problem. But yeah, hostel's fun actually. You meet people there as well. You know how to adapt to certain situations in closed area. Whereas हम जब college जाते हैं तो it's an open area. You interact with students, faculty जो वहाँ पे लोग काम करते building में. But hostel में थोड़ा personal space है तो.
But parents को ऐसा नहीं लगता कि my son is going there, he would be more safe in a hostel rather than living outside of the campus. So do you think there's a difference in terms of security or mindset, or everything is cool out there and it's like completely secure place to live in?
Honestly, sir, accommodation मतलब both go hand in hand. मेरे लिए मैं कभी हॉस्टल में रहा नहीं, so I don't know what's the aura, how's the surrounding there, but I guess इसका आंसर मैं आपसे भी पूछ सकता हूँ. What's the perspective behind that? What, like, how would you think?
So I think I think other countries are more safer, because a lot of students they prefer to live in an accommodation which is a rented accommodation. Plus, you get to live with a lot of roommates out there. So it's more or less like an hostel only. So I suppose that both same.
Go hand
just
in
in terms of security, I think with the laws out there and students who has gone there to study, security is like they're pretty safe as an environment.
Okay. अच्छा है, मतलब हाँ, I think I can agree with you. But जब हम accommodation भी लेते हैं तो we get to certain, like we go through certain steps जो हमें ensure करते that our safety is there. Like if we are going to any condo apartment thing, there's always 24/7 security. There's camera everywhere in the corridor and in the lifts as well. If you walk by, if there's a fire in the building, you walk by the stairs, there's camera there. So I guess it's pretty, tight with the security and not a lot happens, but it's just luck thing. So yeah, be aware, be mindful of all the things, I would say.
So Daksh living in India and in Bhopal,
yes, sir,
with his parents.
Yes, sir.
And then Daksh going to Canada all alone.
Okay.
What were the challenges you faced in terms of academics, in terms of living conditions, those first few challenges, and how did you address those challenges?
Okay. Wow, takes me back to September. It was something I would say I had never seen before. मैं काफ़ी mesmerized था चीज़ों से, बहुत थोड़ा सा घबराया हुआ भी था क्योंकि although I have lived outside, but it was a major step to actually go so far that it takes 24 hours to come back and meet your parents. But it was an amazing experience. I'm an extrovert, so मैंने लोगों से बात करना शुरू किया and धीरे धीरे सब चीज़ें open up होती गई. कुछ ऐसी problems आई जो I'm sure सब face करते हैं and everyone has their own way to deal with those things. But in a nutshell, it was like it's an experience that changed my life. Okay. And this is the person that could confidently say that, okay, yeah, I can really stand strong on my feet and no one can defeat me. And that's how Canada has changed me a lot. Parents के साथ रह के you feel you are protected, but somewhere everyone has their own agenda कि हम थोड़ा stand strong करेंगे अपने.
Need to get out of the shell, to explore newer things.
Yeah, actually, shell, or you need to build your own shell, so that, and मतलब अच्छा है कि लोग challenges face करते हैं. I would highly recommend कि go face those challenges. It really, strengthens you up as a person, as your character, builds your character, and really outshines your personality.
So what is that one difference if I talk about academics? Academics in India is compared to in Canada. So what is that one major difference which you found?
They actually give you hands-on experience
Okay.
of what they are
More of a
teaching you.
practical
More of a
approach.
practical approach.
Okay.
Because in my case, I was studying business terms, all the economic values, all the geographical shifts. So they were, addressing all of those practically as well. Because as an international student, we all were working somewhere part-time jobs. So whatever the professors were teaching us and telling us, we were, seeing all those things while we were working. So that way we understood that, okay, these things are done in a certain manner, and that way it helped us a lot to shape our personality, I would say.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So since you chose to live outside of the campus,
Yes, sir.
take a rented thing, कैसे पता किया कि मेरे को यहीं से these are the sites or these are the places where I can look for accommodation or rented places? Did somebody help you out, or you had done your own research and then booked it from India, or when you went there you did the same thing there? How did you find out?
So thankfully my sister was there already.
Okay.
So she helped me, like she told me कि आप Facebook पे group search करो. There's this app called Kijiji.
Okay.
And Facebook groups, as I mentioned. ये दो चीज़ें मतलब काफ़ी strongly आपको वहाँ पे use करनी चाहिए. क्योंकि काफ़ी सारे leads आपको वहाँ से मिलते हैं, and those are genuine leads mostly. And ऐसे like I saw this apartment in Richmond Street in Toronto. So मैं वहाँ गया, मैंने खुद से घर देखा. That was the first time in my life I lived in a basement.
Okay.
So like me being 6 foot tall, the basement was right here.
Sure.
So I was like, okay, this is something new for me.
Okay.
So yeah, अच्छा था, मतलब कि मैं गया, मैंने खुद प्लेस देखी, मैंने उन लोग से बात की. They are pretty nice. I would say Canadians are very nice to us. They know, they understand, like we come from, a country which is like far from here, and they treat you as one of them. So no discrimination, no whatsoever.
People say that Canada is the second home for Indians.
That's
Right? A lot of Indians are there.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there would be a lot of cultural differences between India and Canada. So what are those cultural differences, and what do you think Indians go there, and how do they survive in that particular environment?
Cultural difference, I would say, sir, हम जब studies करते हैं तब साथ by साथ हम part time jobs भी करते हैं. So I guess that was one of the things which was new. Food, although हम we have had Western food, but then वहाँ का थोड़ा और produce, it's different, so you get used to it eventually, but it takes a bit of time. Thirdly, cultural differences. Can you give me examples so that I can elaborate more?
So cultural differences, food you mentioned.
Yeah, ji.
One is food.
Ji.
One is what about the environment, the celebrations which they do in terms of festivities, So
Yeah. और वहाँ पे, since it's a white people country, Christmas is amazing. Like I've never seen Christmas celebrations so vividly and so amazing कि जैसे हमारे यहाँ दिवाली सेलिब्रेट करते हैं, every house is lit up with lights and all. They just celebrate, decorate their houses so nicely. That's wonderful. That it reminds you, okay, since as I mentioned, people are same. They just do things differently. So everyone comes in. I went to this church जहाँ पे potluck होता है. So I wasn't aware about the potluck thing. The community of the church, they get food from their houses, and then they celebrate Easters, they celebrate Christmas, and दो-तीन मैं miss out कर रहा हूँ.
So December is the month, starting December, it's like
starting
mid of January.
Starting October, I would
Okay.
say. Half of October, second half of October, वहाँ से celebrations शुरू हो जाते हैं. And then following Christmas, there's New Year's, and it goes on till January, and that's it.
So talking about you,
जी.
Daksh of August 2022 and Daksh of today. How have you changed in terms of your approach, in terms of your confidence or personality? What do you think there are, you've been experiencing those changes all these years? And is it positive or negative or no?
I would say it's, if I have to rate them under 100%, 85% positive, 15% negative. इसीलिए भी बोलूँगा क्योंकि अगर realistic approach है, everybody will face hardships. I faced rejections, betrayals, I would say, if that counts. I don't know. Betrayals थे, hardships थे, और challenges ऐसे थे कि like I was one time I was at a point that I did not know. Like it was all blank. I could not see which next step do I want to take. But that's when I learned the significance and the importance of being patient. Meditation, that was a new addition.
Achha, you also meditated?
Yeah.
So like, it was a self-meditation or you attended some
it was, no, I attended one or two sessions.
Okay.
Meditation, patience आपको बहुत ज़रूरी है. And धीरे-धीरे it built my confidence कि हाँ, okay, that's how I will approach. I've had the hardest and toughest conversations in my life, and now I'm not afraid of anything.
Very nice.
So
you come out to me a more confident.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm like a bottle full of confidence if we are measuring that. Yeah. Nothing's below me, nothing's above me. It's just all same. Whoever is telling you that you cannot do that, you can shut them out. Yeah.
So, before you thought of, moving abroad and, pursuing your studies there, I'm sure there would be many people talking about, यार दक्ष बाहर जाके कुछ नहीं होगा, वहाँ की स्टडीज ऐसी है, बहुत महंगी है, वहाँ पे नहीं रह पाओगे तो वापस आओगे, इतना पैसा खर्च होगा, right? You don't know about the country, you don't know about the culture, what kind of courses would be there, will it be applicable in India or not? So there are some myths in and around, studying abroad. So what do you think, are these really myths or there is some reality to it? What is your point of view?
See, moving abroad is actually a personal choice because वहाँ पे a person has to decide, okay, why I'm moving abroad, what good it will bring to me. Obviously, there are noises. There will be noise every time. Even when you land there will be noise of either your, own, like the people who are there already. Some people, this is something that I noticed and I want to share it with you.
Yeah.
Some people actually don't want you to be there, and these are the people from India. They actually don't want you to be there. So forget those. उनको sideline करो, ignore करो, अपना करो. What is bringing good to you? What are you bringing to the table? And if in terms of a job, if an employer is hiring you for your own values and वो अगर share हो रही हैं तो I don't think there's any drawback to shifting countries and seeing the other side of the world. If you want to come back to India, be prepared that okay, this will be a hassle for you because people will consider you fresher if you haven't worked there. But I don't think इतना कुछ difficult होता है. I know I'm like giving you a biased answer क्योंकि a lot of people face that, but that's my journey. So
all in all, it's just a myth. You can go and if you focus well, if you concentrate, and if you're serious about your studies, I think you can survive anywhere.
Sir, it's also if the person is believing those myths. कि कुछ लोग होते हैं जो बहुत सहमे हुए होते हैं, like they are very fragile in their hearts and they don't want to fail. I'm not saying everybody. I mean, I'm not saying everybody will fail. Of course, everyone should fail and learn their lessons. But हम लोगों के words को ना दिल पे नहीं ले सकते कभी भी. Those are just dust in the air. So let there be dust in the air. If your vision is clear, just go with it.
Absolutely.
Believe in yourself. That's the motto that I've been following since August 2022, and here I am talking very confidently in front of you.
So Daksh is also a good singer, and you
yes.
sang on streets in Toronto.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
So,
I did.
what made you do that, and what was the response? When you were singing, and
Oh, this is a fun story. So while I was studying, I was actually working in a restaurant part time.
Okay.
I was a server, so I used to serve food to people. And just as I'm talking, like as an extrovert would talk to people, I love to do that. And that job allowed me to access my skill. So while working there, I used to sing Queen songs.
okay,
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
Mama.
Mama, Freddie Mercury, like big fan of it. So that's where I started, singing, and then I started singing.
Freddie Mercury is half Indian, you know that.
Oh yeah, half Parsi, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
half Parsi.
So that's where like थोड़ा ऐसे ही गुनगुनाते हुए, so people are like, oh, you sing well. So बाद में after some time, whenever I used to work, I used to play my songs in the restaurant. That is not allowed, but yeah, that's something I used to do, and I used to enjoy my work. That's it. And one day I just decided, like, I need to get this fear out of myself. So I just went for it. I know it sounds vague, but I just went for it. Although, like, if I could recollect that memory, my body was all jittery and like shivering. Okay, how to do it? But I took a long breath, calmed myself down,
Okay.
and just started with Bohemian Rhapsody. Mama, and rest is history.
Why don't you sing a couple of lines for us?
Mama just killed a man, put a gun against his head, pulled my trigger, now he's dead. Mama, life had just begun, but now I've gone and thrown it all away. Mama, ooh, didn't mean to make you cry. If I'm not back again this time tomorrow, carry on, carry on.
Great.
As if nothing really matters.
So Freddie Mercury has a record also just now created,
Yes, sir.
1 million
1 million.
people singing his song.
Fun fact, I attended their how can I forget? I attended their concert in October 2023.
Acha, you did?
Hanji. So the restaurant where I was working, there, I specifically remember October 8th. I was working that day. So a lot of people flew from parts of Canada. So one of the table I served, I asked them, like, are you guys native? I like from Toronto or from somewhere else? They told me they were from Nova Scotia, one of the provinces. And they flew for Queen concert, which was like a couple of blocks away from the place I work. And I got tickets for them for that concert, and I attended that. Wow. I never, and I say this on record, I never imagined I would see Queen in my life.
Wow.
The sheer energy, the moment, which like around 50,000 people were there in the whole stadium. There were Brian May, Roger Taylors, and Adam Lambert. Yeah, Adam Lambert, who was covering Freddie Mercury's vocals. I never imagined I would see them. And
So that's one of the upside of staying in Canada or staying abroad,
staying
right?
abroad,
You get to
yes.
do a lot of things
Yes,
which you
yes.
can't do in India.
Absolutely. Plus, there are, if somebody like, there are people, right, who are fond of mountains and beaches. So the country offers both, and I guess it's a really nice country to live in. Yeah, it changed me, so I'm sure it will change you too.
So if you have to give some tips to the students who aspire to study in Canada or
Absolutely.
study abroad, so what are those 2-3 points you would want to share with them so that they're ready before they land in that country or before they prepare for their further studies?
Okay. First and foremost, be ready for the hardships. Like, you're gonna face hardships as soon as you land, because the country is new, you are new, you don't know any people unless you have your friends or all to take care of you for a few days. But if you're someone who doesn't have anyone staying there, uh, you have to do everything from scratch, and I mean everything. And if you like, before going, just talk to your dad and ask him how did he do it. So that is one thing. Secondly,
And learn to cook.
learn to cook.
Yeah.
Learn to cook.
That's
Secondly,
important.
learn to cook, because we take, you know, few things for granted, that we are rewarded and given by our parents. Learn to cook. Have a perfect balance of your finances. I know there are a lot of things which
Yeah,
will
that's
be tempting.
very important, I think.
Yeah, which will be tempting. Save. Follow 60, 30, 10. So 60% you follow, you do your expenses. 30% if you want to, groceries, or you want to buy something, and 10% save. Saving is very important, because that country offers money hourly and you earn a lot. But it's ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है कि वहाँ कोई पैसे कमा नहीं सकता. वहाँ हर एक, वो बोलते हैं ना इंडिया में, हर एक नुक्कड़ पे अपॉर्चुनिटी है. So there is opportunity everywhere. It's just you have to keep an eye out.
Right.
Be mindful of all the things, and these are the things that can shape you well. Talk to people. Open up. It's a nice country. People will respond. ऐसा कोई नहीं है कि आपको sideline करेंगे. And take an initiative.
Right.
On everything, whether it's a college project, whether you are, at your job, give 100% to your job, because at that moment, I did this mistake, so I'll share that, कि हमें ऐसा लगता है हम यार अभी stuck हैं इस चीज़ पे, हम stuck हैं, but if you actually focus on that thing, 100% आपको मतलब वो मिलता है, उसका reward मिलता है, and you learn a lot. You see how things are done. You see कि एक कंसिस्टेंसी का क्या रिजल्ट आता है आपको 5-6 months के बाद. तो टेक एन इनिशिएटिव, और अपने मन से भी कंसिडर इट योर ओन. सो these are the few things.
Correct. You have to be more focused. You're going there for studies. Concentrate on your studies. Do all the right things. Make yourself a career out there. So if in case you have the right approach, I think.
जी. I mean, fun करो. Obviously, I had my fair share of fun. Like I went, I traveled a bit. I stayed in वो क्या बोलते हैं, huts, और अभी तक इग्लू में रहने का मौका नहीं मिला है मुझे. But हाँ, तो ऐसे करके build your own experiences, and that's where you'll see कि where your strength lies, and how can it leverage you. बहुत अच्छा है. It's a very good life. Don't worry. But हाँ, चीज़ें अपनी sort करके जाओ आप.
Correct.
और दूसरों की कम सुनो, अपनी ज़्यादा सुनो.
That's important.
That's very important.
Right. So, how did you come to know about iKounselor? And what support did iKounselor give to you and help you in terms of, fulfilling your study abroad dreams?
So, iKounselor was a referral. One of my friends, she's in the US right now.
Okay.
So, she referred me iKounselor, and
Thank you, friend.
Thank you, friend. So, she referred me, and I met. So, he actually, consulted very, बोलते ना कि मैं lost था. Like I had, if I'm here and if I have 5 ways, he actually helped me focus on one thing, which turned out to be the best decision of my life. So I really give it to iKounselor. Like जिसको आना है actually आओ. मैं भी referral करूँगा अगर मेरा referral code नीचे लगता है तो.
Thank you. So that's all from my side, and thank you for joining us. Thank you for taking out time.
Thank you, sir.
And that's a wrap on today's Raw Conversation. And we hope their journey inspired you as much as it inspired us. Real people, real journeys, real impact. See you in the next one.